What if everything we know about human history is wrong? What if I told you that before the pyramids, before Mesopotamia, before even us, there were civilizations, advanced, organized, thriving, that have been wiped so thoroughly from existence, they've become nothing more than whispers in myth? This isn't science fiction. This is real archaeology, suppressed evidence, and ruins no one can explain. And once you see what's been discovered beneath the oceans, under the deserts, and frozen in time, you'll never look at history the same way again. History books tell us that human civilization began around 6,000 years ago in places like Mesopotamia, Egypt, and the Indus Valley. That's when writing, cities, and large-scale agriculture began, supposedly. But scattered around the planet, there are ruins, artifacts, and constructions so ancient, so massive, and so precise, they simply shouldn't exist. Worse, many are older than history itself. From the depths of the Pacific Ocean to the peaks of Turkey's mountains and under the ice of Antarctica, the clues are there. Let's begin with the one that shattered everything. In the dry hills of southeastern Turkey, archaeologists uncovered Göbekli Tepe, a temple complex so old it predates agriculture. Let that sink in. This structure, with 20-foot-tall stone pillars, carved with intricate animal reliefs, was built over 11,000 years ago. That's 6,000 years before the pyramids. How did hunter-gatherers with no metal tools, no writing, and supposedly no civilization move and erect 40-ton stones? And why was the entire site deliberately buried around 8,000 BC? Some believe it was a religious site. Others say it was a warning, a monument from a lost culture erased by cataclysm. And it's only 5% excavated. Off the coast of Gujarat, India, sonar scans revealed something astonishing beneath the Arabian Sea. A city, with streets, walls, grid layouts. Known in legend as Dwarka, the sacred city of Lord Krishna, most scholars considered it myth. But what divers found changed that. Stone anchors, stepped structures, and pottery fragments submerged under 120 feet of water. Carbon dating suggests some artifacts are 9,000 years old. To be underwater that long, the city must have been built before the end of the last ice age, when sea levels were much lower. Meaning, an entire urban culture existed while the rest of humanity was still learning to farm. In 1513, a Turkish admiral named Piri Reis drew a map showing Antarctica's coastline without ice. Modern geology confirms Antarctica hasn't been ice-free for over 6,000 years. How did a 16th century mapmaker know what lay beneath miles of ice? Some researchers believe Piri Reis copied ancient source maps, remnants of a forgotten seafaring civilization. Even today, satellite images show symmetrical structures buried beneath the ice. Are they natural, or the remains of something much older and much smarter than we've been led to believe? In Lebanon, there's a platform of stone blocks so massive even modern cranes would struggle. The trilithon stones at Baalbek each weigh over 800 tons. That's more than a fully loaded Boeing 747. No one knows who moved them, or why. The Romans built temples on top of the stones, but the foundation is much, much older. Some theories point to an earlier civilization with engineering capabilities far beyond what we imagine for ancient people. Roughly 12,800 years ago, the Earth plunged into a mini ice age, the Younger Dryas. One theory suggests a comet impact triggered massive fires, flooding, and climate collapse. It would have wiped out any advanced coastal civilizations, leaving behind only scattered survivors, myths of a great flood, and ruins buried beneath oceans. Sound familiar? So, were we really the first civilization, or just the last one standing? The evidence is mounting that humans may have risen and fallen many times before, that our ancestors built wonders, mapped the globe, and then vanished beneath rising seas, shifting ice, and global catastrophe. What if the stories of Atlantis, Zep Tepi, and Lemuria weren't fantasies, but memories? Memories of a world that existed long before ours, and warnings of how easily it can all be lost. Because if we've forgotten one civilization, how many more are still waiting to be rediscovered?
Extinct, but never forgotten. This is extinctly cool.